Alright there, guys, welcome back to another video. Back at it again at Pickle Park at the basketball courts today. I wanted to do a vlog at the open air pavilion, but people are using it, well, they're not technically using it, but they're just using the tables, where they could have just fucking slid one and stop being lazy, drag one of the tables from here over by them, and I could go use the open air pavilion. So I gotta work today now. I was originally supposed to have today off. Then I was planning on helping Dad in the garage all day. BMX bike, obviously, because I don't have the red bike yet, because I brought that in Saturday and the bike shop was closed yesterday. And I don't know if they're closed today or not. But they said, when the guy I talked to said they're about a week out. So it ain't gonna be until about Thursday or Friday that I get the bike back. So, and I'm not gonna be able to ride it until probably Sunday or Sunday, because, or at least maybe Saturday even, because we're most likely either gonna go by Grandma's Saturday or Sunday, one of the 2 days. Which, if we go Saturday, I may try to get it, get to ride it for an hour, but I don't know. So because I'm gonna leave my card at home with Dad, so that he could pay to get my bike back. And then hang on. Oh, that fucking trail is, I gotta piss. Alright. So, oh shit. Damn it. At the front of my fucking shorts. Oh well. But that was also because I was trying to fucking tuck it, because somebody was walking down, and I was trying to, whatever. So kids, don't do what I do. So yeah, so I'm gonna, I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so I gotta work today, so I'm gonna get home and so I'm gonna try to upload the vlog real quick and then save all the videos, at least to the app, because then I can just go boom, 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 do it in my edit and upload everything real quick. And then tomorrow, when I game in the morning, which tonight I'm gonna miss playing GT Online, which whatever. And then I'm going to spin the wheel in the morning. and go to work, and then I'm going to save all the videos that I did today, tomorrow, because I'm not going to be able to do anything video-wise tomorrow, because like I said, I got to work 12 to 8. So, because I'm going to want to just get home and shower tomorrow too, so. I'll get home and shower, and which tomorrow I'm most likely getting a break, so, because I'm working 8 hours. I just think it's fucking funny because I don't remember if I tell you guys yet or not. So, Chris, one of my coworkers, he turned into a fucking pansy. So me and Callan, I think I might have, but I don't remember. So me and Callan, which is one of Dee Dee's grandkids, and I know, a good chunk of them. Callan, his half-sister Nicole, his stepbrother Aaron, his step-cousin Aiden, his cousin Camden, or his half-cousin Camden, and his cousin Dannon. Which I know Camden and Aiden a lot better than I do Dannon, which is Amber's stepson and 2 boys. Reason why I say Camden is Callan's half-cousin is because Amber had, I don't know if that'd be full cousin. I think it might be full cousin, but could be a chance I could be wrong. So let's just say cousin. Cousins, Dannon and Camden. So Dee Dee is like very protective of her grandkids. I'll give her that, which makes sense, and I don't blame her for being protective of her grandkids. Who, in the right mind that has a decent family wouldn't protect their kids and grandkids. So me and Callan were working one night, and we were getting at each other like really bad. Bad. We're arguing, but because I told her right in front of Callan, I said, dude, when I told her when she yelled at me and Callan, which we deserved it. I told her when she yelled at us, or before she yelled at us, I wasn't being mean to him at all. She said, you weren't? I'm like, no. I said, I'm treating Callan and Aiden kind of like how I would my brother. I get on my brother pretty bad. The only thing I won't do is that I won't lay a hand on him. That's the only thing. I can get in trouble for doing that. I can get in trouble for laying hands on kids. And I don't want that to happen. So, and then Dee Dee finally had enough with it, which I don't blame her. I don't blame her for getting pissed off at us. We deserve to be yelled at. And then She was going off on, I don't know if I should call it like a rant or whatever. So she went on a rant and she's like, Chris is already fucking pissing me off, and it's like, it's getting annoying me that you don't, said, I forget what she all said, which is my fault. It's on my end, I forget what she all said, but then ended up getting brought up that I didn't like Chris. And it kind of looked at me, and Chris looked at each other, and then at Dee Dee, like, all shocked. I'm like, what the fuck? Who was you thinking, who in the fuck did you hear that from? So then Chris just shut up, walked away. And I said, okay, fine, I just stopped. Me and Kellen just stopped going at each other. We just, and then she was walking away. Me and Kellen looked at each other and just fucking laughed. Which is kind of funny because she knows we're going to do it again. It's just a matter of when is the thing. So then she's walking away and I'm assuming this is when she went outside. She called Amber because she was irritated, which I understand. I don't blame her because, like I said, me and Callan are kind of at times. So, so then she went out and called Amber and asked what she would do, because at least thankfully, Autumn didn't hear nothing, which I'm sure she did, but I think she did, but and I didn't grab a battery. Oh well, I got the Enduro battery, so. But then we just left it, and me and Callan laughed at it, and we're done. And Chris stayed fucking quiet most of the goddamn night until towards the end of his shift, and he started talking to me again. And I had to go in the next day. Me and Ryan get to talking, because Ryan heard about, me and Callan getting at each other and fucking with each other. That is what we were doing. We were picking on each other. And Ryan heard and said, I heard that you and Callan got yelled at. I said, yeah, we kind of deserved it. We did. The reason why I say kind of, we did, but we didn't, because I don't think Dee Dee really recognized that we're picking on each other. Which I'm not blaming Dee Dee at all. I'm not. But I don't know if Dee Dee didn't, thought we were just fucking fighting and arguing and trying to get under each other's skin and, and whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'm talking about Chris and blah, blah, blah. And he says, talking about unfriending me on fucking, because we're friends on PlayStation. He said he was talking about unfriending you on PlayStation, and said, dude, fucking let him. I don't give a fuck. Now Ryan's the manager, shift manager or whatever at this fucking point. So he's like a rank between me and Dee Dee. But Ryan knows how I talk, so I wouldn't blame him if he got mad or whatever. And I said, Ryan, between you and me, which I don't care if anybody else knows, but between me and him, I wouldn't give a fuck if Chris unfriended me. He's like, yeah, I don't blame you. I'm like, he acts, I said, Chris doesn't act like I give a shit, and I don't. It's seriously getting to the fucking point that, I'm going to be leaving because people normally side with certain people. So, but anyway, guys, I'm pushing 15 minutes on this video, so I'll see you guys in the next one.